Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Abhishek. I'm based out of Mumbai, India, and I make YouTube videos every Sunday for fun. This is the fourth and the final part of a series of videos where I chat about something that affects all of us in our careers, but we rarely give a thought about. Something I like to call the ugly truth about career success. If you haven't watched the previous videos, then I recommend you watch them here because they kind of follow a narrative. In today's video, we're going to discuss the third bias that we need to take advantage of without crossing the ethical line. This bias is called coherence bias. So here's the gist. People want everything to remain always the same. We want smart people to remain smart. We want good people to remain good. And the most important part is this desire for coherence is so strong that we almost tend to ignore a reality when things do not line up. If you do not believe me, just tell me who your favorite politician or leader or celebrity is and tell me why you like that person. Now, this part is tricky. Tell me about a time when they might have said or done something that you didn't quite like or you didn't quite agree with. Now, tell me what your thought was at that time. Did you really think that this person has lost his mind, or did you give them the benefit of doubt? Wasn't your thought something like, this guy is smart, he must have had a strong reason for doing this, or maybe he didn't really mean it, maybe it was a slip of tongue? Now, if you have done something even remotely similar to this, then you are not the only one, trust me. This is part of human nature. If we like or admire somebody, we continue admiring them, even when they do stupid things. When your favorite actor makes a bad movie, you brush it off, saying it was a one-off case. But when your least favorite actor makes a great movie, or your least favorite cricketer makes a great win, you do not give them enough credit. Now the big question and the whole point of this video, how do we make use of this bias in an office or any social environment? What the coherence bias tells us is this, that you need to put effort, especially in the early days, so that you can reap the benefits in future. So the early days where you make the first impression is very important. If you make your mark or build your brand or make an impression in the early days, the rest of the days would be kind of a piece of cake. So yes, early impressions or maybe first impressions really do matter. So the first step is to start thinking in that direction. Start by thinking the kind of brand you want to build. Start by thinking what you're naturally good at. Maybe you tend to naturally have great ideas. Maybe you are great in planning and execution. Maybe you've got a jovial nature. Maybe you are a smart worker who knows how to get more done with less work. Whatever it is you want to portray, whatever it is the brand that you want to build, make sure you double down on it, especially in the early days. They are very crucial. Follow the points I discussed in the second and the third video of this series to know how to do that. Most importantly, make sure that your boss is happy with you, your colleagues are happy with you, your new friends want to be with you. If you do things well in the early days, it will help you in the future, and make sure there are no hiccups because it will make it kind of hard to reap future benefits. Even if the chance to make a first impression is long gone, start by putting these skills into practice today onwards. Anyway, it might take a bit more time, but it will eventually become effective. So yeah, be there, hang out there, stick to it. This is the first aspect of the bias. The second aspect is, since people want things to remain the same, whenever you pitch anything, for example, an idea or a suggestion, just make sure that you do not pitch something which is drastically different from the norm. For example, do not pitch capitalism to a socialist. It doesn't matter if your suggestions are better or not. People won't accept things that are too far away from their general beliefs. So stick to the norm, just be a bit better than that. Do not try to be so much better. Being slightly better than the status quo will always be more acceptable. So in other words, your ideas should be novel but also familiar at the same time. People may say that they like change, people may say that they are open to new ideas or new point of views, new insights, but more than often they are not. We want things to remain the same. We want coherence. We just want them to be repackaged and branded to be new, but not exactly new. This is the very reason why song remixes or sequels work so well. They are new, but not quite. The other aspect of the bias is this. Since people want to remain consistent with their ideas and beliefs, it is almost impossible to prove somebody that they are wrong. even if they're dead wrong. If you do that, you'll hurt their ego and piss them off. Nothing else will happen. Trust me, because I'm speaking from personal experience. Do not try this at home or at office. It won't help you in any way. Be it your boss, your friend, your colleague, your spouse, you would only be hurting them and pissing them off. Do not do that. Period. If you really want to help, a better way is to frame your suggestion as an opportunity instead of an admission of past error. Let's say you are a product manager or a founder who is trying to push the team to ship faster. In this case, there is no point arguing that they should have shipped it last week or why their process sucks. You should only talk about the future, how and what should they do to ship faster, to make the better of the situation. That is the only conversation you should have, nothing else. Trust me, your team will thank you later for not embarrassing them, not only in front of others, but in front of themselves. Nobody wants to admit that they were wrong. Not only that, they'll also look up to you as somebody who knows how to get things done, not somebody who plays blame games. If you admire somebody at your workplace, chances are they already have this skill. Before I conclude, make sure that you put a lot of effort in building a good first impression because they really matter. Make sure that you do not suggest drastic ideas and never ever play blame games. That is all for today. Focus on building your brand. Really put a lot of effort in building your own brand because you know yourself the best. You know the best way you can be portrayed. And if you do not build your own brand, somebody else surely will. And to be honest, it may not be the best one. Just think about Rahul Gandhi, for example. If you follow the techniques that I discuss in these 4 videos, you'll be able to make friends, create followers, and project yourself as a smart person pretty easily. What it requires is a bit of effort in the initial days. After that, it becomes part of your habit, so you'll more or less function on autopilot anyway. Remember, every successful person you know follows these principles knowingly or unknowingly, and there is no reason whatsoever that you shouldn't. That is all. Thank you so much for watching this series. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.